Up next, VFL.Allstars versus NXG.Rapid. So just tuning in, VFL.Allstars took that first Biolab hardpoint pretty convincingly, 243 to 204, I believe.
Yeah.
And I know going into this S&D, I'm going to be looking forward to see who has the attacking side first. I think we both agree we favor the attacking side on this map. It's going to be interesting to see who gets that pick.
Yeah, I think we'll jump on board with the attacking side. It's more interesting to watch as well. One thing that is important, and I like to watch, is someone who's carrying the bomb. You know, they've got to make the plays, they've got to get that down, but it's got to be in the support of the team. So the attacking team is VFL. They've just come off with a victory, so they are 1-0 in the series against the NXG.Rapids. We're jumping on board again. Just to repeat, it is Forrest, which is also known as Donny. He's kind of a veteran of the Italian scene. I'm interested to see how he does in the Search and Destroy.
So they're going to have two snipers. I just want to cycle through the loadouts a little bit there.
Okay.
They're going to have two snipers on this map, and it looks like they're going to play this a little bit passive, and you can see how fast NXG.Rapid is pushed up into Hospital, just trying to cut these players off. I think you really have to commit to a fast play style in S&D. I think it's a lot different than previous Call of Duties. Previous Call of Duties, you play a little bit more passive, a little bit slow. I think in Advanced Warfare, aggression totally pays off.
Yeah, definitely. And as you can see by the minimap in the top left-hand corner, kind of the Atlas team are set up. Power does go down to Frito, so that puts them in a 4 versus 3 advantageous spot. And Donny also making a kill there, 2 versus 4. Like we said here, the attacking team have really come out of the blocks here. 4 versus 2. And Colga's going to come out there with, and he's going to leave it in a 1 versus 3 for Peebo.
And that was a very interesting play by VFL.Allstars. They sent one player over to B, really, try and watch the flank, but you see Peebo, he's going to pick up the bomb carrier right there, so he knows bomb is down on A. It's going to be very interesting how he plays this. He's going to get taken out, and VFL.Allstars gets that ever-important first round, keeping that momentum alive from that first hardpoint game.
Yeah, that was a really good play. I mean, Peebo was left in a difficult situation there. He knew the bomb was down, like you said, but they just pinched him in, and yeah, exactly. And it was Simo who picked up the last kill and takes it 1-0. So, again, very good start for those guys.
So we'll go back on board with the offensive team next round. It's going to be NXG.Rapids. Going to be looking for them to really make an impact on this game right here, on this attacking side. They're going to need this round to go down 2 rounds to 0, then give it back to the offensive side of VFL.Allstars, kind of looking at a 3-0 lead for them at that point.
Oh, yeah.
Be very difficult to overcome.
As you see there, Colga, very interesting kind of grenade spot. Duke and Peebo hot out the blocks for NXG here, and that is a 1 versus 3 with Frito. This could be a very, very quick round, and that is it. That is leveled it up for 1-1. That's kind of showing how advantageous sometimes the attacking team is, which is different.
Right, you see how aggression definitely pays off in this game. If you can play at a fast pace, definitely catches the players from VFL off guard. You know, it looked like they were going to set up a little bit more passive, and they just got overran with a quickness. So big round right there for NXG.Rapids to make it a 1-1 game.
And I think it's important as well, all the teams here and the players are using like overclock. They can get around the map so quickly with their dash abilities, exo abilities, but also those kind of overclock is so important with Search and Destroy. You can get to a place so quick.
I got on with Donny. Mainly, he has the bomb, but also of note, he has no exo ability, and Donny goes absolutely massive right there, picking up that 3-piece out of Hospital. He's going to go for the ace, but he's going to be taken out on board with Colga, last one alive for NXG.Rapids, but that was an absolutely phenomenal play from Donny. He's got to be fired up in that booth. I mean, we know he's one of the most hype players. You can see they are getting so pumped in that booth. With new teammates, first major event, to have a teammate like that is absolutely huge. I mean, just giving so much confidence to the rest of his teammates.
Yeah, now Donny there came out. That was incredible. And when they all came out there, I thought he's got one of the minimum, and then he got a second and a third. He did get a bit greedy and go for the 4th, but his teammates kind of stepped up and picked that one up. They're going to go 2-1 up in the series. Obviously, they've won the first map. They are very confident. You can see that on their faces.
Oh, they're absolutely confident. It's going to be interesting how NXG is going to play this. Looks like one player from NX going to time out, probably going to get a restart in this one. But from NXG side, you're going to have to play very fast-paced on that offensive side. They're going to get the bomb down over at that A bomb site. But they needed to push that extremely fast. If they can get into green, make a play right there. There's the restart we were waiting for. So it's going to be 2-1 in favor of VFL.Allstars. Going to get this one started up real quick, but it's important that NXG they don't lose their confidence, so to speak, because when a team overruns you that hard, you kind of regret, or you kind of think maybe we shouldn't play as aggressive, but you need to keep forcing those engagements. You need to keep playing aggressive.
Yeah, absolutely. And when someone comes at you like all guns blazing like that and takes your whole squad out, that kind of makes you kind of back off a little bit, play more defensively, and that can be obviously a detriment to your team as well. And you really need to kind of play as you always do, keep calm, keep composed, and take each round at a time. Really.
Well, right. That was something with EG and Cole is that the main strength of that team was their ability to win gunfights.
Oh, yeah.
And you can just force gunfights. And there were some times where we'd come out and we'd play really slow. And it was like, why? You know, why, even when you see like a basketball game or a football game, you want to force your play style on the other team. That's kind of your overall goal. Because if you can force somebody to play in a play style or a speed that they're not comfortable in, it's easy wins at that point. So you're going to need to force your play style on the opposing team. I think VFL.Allstars is doing a very good job of that right now. Yeah,
absolutely. Like you said, you want to take control, make them play your game if you like, make them play at a pace that you're used to and they're not, make them feel a bit uncomfortable. And that, as you said, is what VFL are doing. They're doing it really well. They're 2-1 up in the Search and Destroy and also 1 up in map. So they're looking hot. I mean, they are, if you like, the underdogs with a few new guys on their team. But Donny really leading it well.
Oh, he's leading the charge for this team 100%. I mean, the confidence he's given the rest of his teammates. I mean, you saw that big 3-piece. Last round of S&D, that was sick. That was really just crazy. I didn't expect him to get that, but no, he's definitely leading the team, leading the charge right now. Just waiting for everybody to get back in the lobby. But NXG, they need to win this offensive side. We talked about it a little bit before, but if they lose this offensive side, it'll be a 3-1 in favor of VFL. You go back that nobody's lost an offense this far. You expect them to pick up that 4th round. Then you're kind of sitting at a 4-1 disadvantage, and it doesn't look good for NXG.Rapid at this point. So this next round might be the most important round in the game.
Yeah, as we mentioned before the game on Detroit, I've not seen, I mean, a sniper was kind of played, but no kind of real impact. It's just been ASM1 straight in there, very kind of rush tactics and stuff like that. I think that the reset might do NXG a bit of a favour, so they can take a bit of time. They're probably talking in the booze right now and keep calm. So I think this kind of little break might help them.
I think you need to just take account of what the other team is using. I mean, you saw, I believe it was VFL.Allstars, they ran 2 sniper rifles that first round of offense. We went on board with them. If you are NXG, you know they're going to set up on offense with 2 sniper rifles, just push.
Yeah.
The easiest way to counter that is just stun, push up the map, get some ASM1 play up in their face. They're not going to be able to switch guns, handle it. It's going to be too frantic. I think that's something that kind of goes underrated in Call of Duty. A lot of people don't do a good enough job of is that they don't adjust their classes on the fly. Everybody makes a ton of classes, but does anyone actually use all of the ones they make? I think you have to make good use of their classes. I think you see something like Aches, he does that a lot. He switches classes almost every day.
Oh, yeah.
I think you're going to really need to see some mind games played in this S&D, maybe in a melee. We've seen too many melees. We've seen a pretty good amount, thermal melees, maybe something like that, in order to, really take an easy round. If you can steal one round by, throwing a different strategy in like that, it's pretty easy to win these S&Ds.
Yeah, like you said, obviously, put a different strategy on things, push a different way. One thing we haven't seen is any pushes into the school area. We've kind of seen kind of a dominated side, which is quite interesting to see. I would expect more kind of pushes to be, because once you're in there, it's close quarter combat. You can really take control, things like the exo shield, that kind of stuff. But I want to see a bit of variation. It kind of seems to be all one side at the moment.
Even a mid push. I think on the defensive side from NXG before, we saw 1 player sitting over in green, 2 players pushed up into hospital, 1 over by B. If you can push that backside of Atlas and then 1 player in school and just come through the window, that's an easy take of the B site. So adjustments on the fly. That's what really S&D is all about, I think.
Yeah, definitely. And you've got to be communicating in game, sticking together. One thing that I did see the NXG guys, I think one just wandered off a little bit, got picked. It wasn't the best of plays, but one thing that VFL did on the counter of that was they were always in pairs or sticking to one, kind of one squad, if you like, and pushing one way. But I think they're all back in the lobby right now. We're going to try and get this back on board with you. Detroit Search and Destroy is something that excites me. Search and Destroy is my favourite game type by far.
Really?
It is, yeah. What's yours?
I'm a CTF person. I know everyone probably. CTF Uplink as well. I absolutely love Uplink.
Oh, yeah.
People at the beginning of the game were like, kind of worried, what is Uplink? How are we going to play it? Whatnot. But I think, all the events that I've casted and been at so far, that Uplink is by far and away the best game mode that we have.
Yeah, it's really exciting when you can see some crazy plays and someone kind of ducking and weaving, going through all these kind of crazy routes and just kind of getting that 2-pointer. It's kind of exhilarating to see that. And as a player as well, doing it myself and stuff like that, it's a big play for your team. Like you said, football, basketball, that kind of stuff, it's the same situation.
How do you see the EU scene playing Uplink? I know in North America it's very fast-paced. We see a lot of 2-point scores, players just throwing the drone into the base, then trying to slay out, pick it up. What do you see here in the EU scene?
Kind of the same. I mean, we've got Comeback Uplink as the 3rd map, and what you do see on this a lot of the time is when you kind of push in, if glass is on your left and you push into the yellow building, if you like, people just kind of launch the satellite there and then push the team. They just kind of put it in the base and put pressure on them.
Yeah, that's what I mean. We see in a lot of uplink
Yeah.
games. I think at the beginning, nobody really knew how to play uplink.
Oh, yeah.
Even we saw tons of players didn't even know you can shoot grenades while holding the drone.
I did myself for a good few months.
Kind of mind blowing that people didn't know that, but. I think uplink definitely becoming a fan favorite game mode. I think we have comeback uplink in this series, which is definitely one of my favorites. We see some of the highest scoring uplink games that we've seen on any map. And then just looking through some of the other maps, if it goes to a game number 4, we'll have a retreat CTF, which is definitely my favorite CTF. I think it plays just absolutely phenomenal. Going to be looking to see the ARs lockdown poolside on that. And then, if needed, I believe that is a Biolab S&D for game number 5, which is always interesting.
Yeah, definitely. Like we've seen a 3-0 already from Fabi, quite comfortable. I would like to think this will go a little bit more down to the wire, maybe a map 4, map 5. I'd love to see.
I want to see a map 5.
Yeah, definitely.
I would love to see a map 5. I love casting map 5s. Just watching map 5s. The other day we had a great map 5 between Optic Nation, Team Revenge was really good.
Yeah, and I believe one of them went to round 11. It went right down to the last wire, I think it was. And was it on Recovery, I think it was? But it was incredible. And it's like, you've got one life, you've got to go for it, you do it or die kind of thing, and it's all on that. And that's what I love about Search and Destroy, and that's why it's my favorite game.
I love Game 5 S&D just because, the players who shine in the biggest moments definitely step up in those. You really learn a lot about your teammates in those Game 5s, being in the booth with them. But the map is going to be loading up right now. We can come into that. It's going to be Detroit S&D. VFL.Allstars is going to be up 2-to-1 round count, 1-0 maps in this one. So just to keep track of all the people at home just trying to figure out what's going on. We're going to have this one start up right away. We can jump right back into the game.
Yeah, let's jump on board with the advantageous position. I believe, obviously, the advantageous position is the attackive, and it looks like it's NXG. And just to confirm, it's 2-1 in favour of VFL for you guys. Just join us at home. You may have missed the first match. Fabi from the Dutch side has qualified already. They've booked their trip to Los Angeles, which is obviously congratulations to them. And this is what I like to see.
Yeah, this is exactly what you want to see out of NXG. They needed to keep the aggression up. They couldn't have been afraid. You're going to have Duke, actually. He's going to be in that power position over in this back green area. They're going to be able to force these gunfights in the back trailer. And you see the players on VFL having to back up, but they're actually going to be able to take out 2. Frito and Simo making it a 2v2 game right now. Did not see that one coming. It's actually going to be Frito left in a 2v1 situation going up against Power and Kolga. Bomb is down, planted over on that A site.
Yeah, Frito's got his work cut out right now. He's already got 1 kill on the board. He has seen Kolga and he's put a few shots down. But there's only 30 seconds on the board. It looks like he's got to go up against a sniper, but I don't think he's going to do that. He goes to go down, and that is 1-0. That was good to see. I like the way they rushed straight through mid-hospital, and like the power that they kind of put in their hands almost to kind of get in that A bomb site. Again, A, we've not seen anything from B, but that was really really strong from the guys on NXG.
If he doesn't fire those shots in mid-street, I think he's probably able to take that sniper player out. I think that sniper player has absolutely no idea where he's coming from at that point. So right now the round is going to be tied up 2-2 each. VFL.Allstars versus NXG.Rapid. 1-0 maps in favor of the VFL.Allstars, but they're tied currently 2-2 in this S&D.
Yeah, the great play you can see there, Simo just kind of probably calling out to his teammates where he's seen some opposition. I do like the way that VFL have set up here. Maybe not as attackive as we've last seen here. Everyone's taking it slow. It's still 4 versus 4 with only a minute left on the time, but Donnie has seen someone with his sniper just backing off with a Bal 27.
He's playing really aggressive towards the middle of the map with that sniper and Bal on with Frito. He and his other player, Duke, are just kind of dancing around each other right now. He's just trying to play some mind games over here. It's going to be interesting to see what VFL decides to do here. 50 seconds left. They haven't really pushed or committed to either bomb site, but have bomb approaching towards the middle of the map. He's going to be taken out from behind. Nice play right there from Duke. Just a pretty odd route taking the bomb up into that back Atlas area.
Yeah, this is a really big play from Duke. You've got to remember VFL are on the attack here. It's 1 versus 4. This could be a defensive win for the guys on NXG. Only Simo can stop them from doing that. He's currently on a 1 streak and 2-1 leading his team, but he's only got 25 seconds left to do this. I'm not too sure that this is going to be his round.
He's got 20 seconds left and bomb down. That's a very difficult round to try and fight out of. And NXG going to take the lead right there, winning that defensive side. So now the pressure goes back to the opposing team. If NXG can win this offensive round, it's going to make it 4-2. Then it's really going to put VFL behind the 8 ball like we were talking about before. They're going to need to win a defensive round here.
Yeah, that was Duke, the new guy on NXG.Rapid here. Kind of 2-piece off the bat there and put him in a 2 versus 4. So a big obviously shout out to him. He did really, really well in that round. And as you said, all they have to do now is just win their attacking rounds and they'll take the win on the Search and Destroy. NXG here on the attack. Peebo leading the squad with 3-1.
I love that they're going to stick with these aggressive pushes over towards this A site. And it looks like Peebo, he's going to be going to that back green trail. That's what we were talking about before. and forth. If you can get control of this, you can really start making plays. Like to see him just fully flank the opposing team at this point, though. He's going to put some shots down. They're actually going to opt to put bomb down in a 3v3 situation, and it looks like VFL.Allstars closing in quick.
Yeah, absolutely. This goes down quickly to a 2 versus 2. Andex is closing in on Colgreen. He does this. Is a 1 versus 2 right now for Peebo. Can he do this? I'm not too sure. The bomb is down with only 30 seconds left to do. You can see his head just poking up. Gunfire is going to go down here. He's taking out one with the melee. This is a 1 versus 1.
And Andex is on the chase right now. Great plays by Peebo trying to get away. Andex is going to fire some shots, being able to take him out. That is a huge one-on-one victory right there. Got a little bit nervous when I saw Peebo make it a one-on-one with that melee. But Andex able to clutch up right there, make this a 3-3 game going into this next round. VFL.Allstars going to be on the offensive. I would like to see the aggression of that. We've seen them play really slow with those sniper rifles. Has not worked. They need to change it up.
Yeah, they need to do something just like the guys in NXG. Whether it's flip it over to B again, this is what we've seen A after A after A. I really would like to see some type of B push here. But Andex there, it was a bit of a wobbly shot, but he managed to clutch up for his team. That's going to give him a lot of confidence going into this round.
We'll stay on board with them, and it looks like they're going to get aggressive towards this garage side, and I like this play. Out of them, they're going to leave one player back there to watch, and that's going to be Simo, so we'll highlight him in case any players try and flank. But you see that NXG is committed fully over towards A. They should be able to get bombed down, but looks like Donnie playing on the opposing side of the map as his teammates. Not a good play. You know, you need to be near your teammates in S&D, and this is going to be a difficult gunfight for Frito to challenge, and it looks like he is about to try and make that play. He's going to back up a little bit, but 2 players go down for VFL. Not what you wanted on the offensive side in this one.
Yeah, Frito has got his work cut out. He was in a 1 versus 4 with the bomb. He can do this. There's 50 seconds on the clock. He's already taken out 1, but he's under pressure. He doesn't know where he's shooting at right now, but he has spotted them, and he's just going to back off, but time is ticking away. There we go, and he's closed it out. It was a tough call to do there. 1 versus 3, it was always something that was quite hard, especially when you got the guys from NXG hot on your tail. Peebo 6-2 right now.
Oh yeah, he's heating up. I don't like the way VFL plays their S&D, to be honest. I mean, they kind of just send one player off by himself here, one player off by himself there. They need to play together. I don't know if it's just because new team formed, hasn't gotten too much experience playing S&D together, but they really need to, focus on staying together as a team.
Yeah, absolutely. And I do like the way that we've seen a bit of a different kind of outlook on the kind of pushing towards B. You can see this very, very attacking from Duke here. He's not stopped running. He's used his overclock as well. This is what I was talking about before the game. You can get into such power positions very, very quickly with these exo abilities, and it looks like Power is just going to just chill for a little bit with his sniper rifle.
Right, I went on board with Power because I liked how Duke pushed over towards that school area. It was very aggressive, but the bomb all the way on the opposing side of the map. If Duke was going to push that, probably would have liked to have him have that bomb, but it looks like they're going to rotate over. It looks like they're going to try and make a play over here, B.
Yeah, the one thing that I do like about this is they're sticking together on this one.
Yes.
You said before VFL were kind of drifting off apart. These are really working as a team, the guys in NXG. And it looks like Power has seen one, but he doesn't want to poke out too much. He has got the bomb, and he's going into a bit of a strange situation here. If he loses his bomb in this position, it's not a good thing for NXG.
No, you can't have the bomb carrier play that aggressive with a sniper rifle, especially on Detroit in the middle of the map. It's not going to end well for him. They have control of this thing. I'm surprised they haven't tried to focus in there and get a plant down. One player is going to drop. It's going to be Kolga trying to push straight through the middle of the map. He's able to get through there. I was going to say he's going to be able to take out 2 players, but VFL, 1 player live. He is going to win that engagement right there. So big defensive round from VFL.Allstars, able to close that one out.
Yeah, Peebo did step up there. He got a 2-piece, but it was only his teammate, his opposition Andex quickly on his back there, closing him down on the head glitch there. Andex 5-3 at the moment. This is coming out a lot closer than I thought. I thought NXG were going to come out.
This one?
I'm not too sure. I'm going to stick with my gut instincts of NXG. But I thought NXG were going to come out, straight off the bat and 3-0 this team. VFL really
this round is really the deciding one. I mean, VFL, they need to stick together. They need to be aggressive. Let's see if they decide to change up their push here on offense, and it's going to be an A push, but they're going to have 1 player taken out with a pre-nade right away, and now they're definitely going to have to change their mindset. You see the players just kind of going back and forth and not really knowing what they want to do.
Yeah, you can see this is the kind of sticky situation you don't want to be in, where you're all stuck together with the stuns and grenades that can go down, even though with those X abilities. Andex has gone really, really aggressive here. He's got to take out 1, but 1 is behind him. Not going to be able to take out that, and that is a 2 versus 3 situation for VFL right now. Frito with the bomb.
Frito, he's going to have to make something happen. He's not going to be able to do it, and NXG.Rapid is going to go 1 round away from winning this S&D on Detroit and tying this game up. That would be absolutely huge for them. Didn't like that push, really. Andex really just jumping in there by himself. Didn't really buy any time for teammates. Didn't really do much of anything. And then you saw kind of force Frito to push up straight behind him, but they never traded any of those kills, so it was kind of pointless. But you'd like to see them stick together more on the offensive side. It's really what's ruining their S&D game for them, because they've actually come out and won some of those individual engagements.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, those 1 versus 1s, they're doing very well. Like you said, he pushed up then in a 2 versus 3 position. He did get one, but obviously the trade was always in the favour of the opposition team. Rito doing absolute work. So this is going absolute guns blazing here, and it's now a 2 versus 3. Surely got to be taken. Peebo. That was a turn on from Peebo. That was really good. Andex is in a very hard position. 1 versus 2. He's already taken out 1, and he needs to get this to stay in the game. NXG just 1 round away from winning and evening this tie up to 1-1.
I can't believe Simo didn't finish off that kill, but Andex able to finish off 1, not able to get the second, and NXG Rapid is going to take this one 6-4.